It's the last day, October 22nd. We're bouncing out the road here. We're gonna go to a spot where Steve found some oaks last night and some sign. So we'll head out there and we're gonna split up, do a little slip hunting. See you out there. Oh, I'd say this was last night. There's another one right here at that beech tree. See the definite transition. On the left side you got all the saplings, and on the right you got this mature woods. It's selectively cut, but that's where I'm expecting to get a shot at deer. Saw some turkey sign back here. Heard one kiki. Steve was sitting here this morning. I just came down and met him, and he said that he had a couple working through this beech brush. You could just see them moving through all the way up here for 10 minutes. They fed up across to where that clear cut was that I was in. So he saw them but couldn't make out what they were or get a shot. So at least he saw some deer.
Welcome to Verizon Wireless.
What are you doing? Taking a nap?
Getting rested up for that 10-point buck we're going to drag out tonight up through the river bottom.
Ice cream, peanuts. This wind is all over the place, so I guess it doesn't really matter, but all the tracks are coming up out of these oaks below me, but this is where I can see the most of this grassy area, so I feel like I should sit here because there's bedding all over and stick all over. Right over here is where I originally climbed up that tree, but it's pretty open back in there. I don't know. Just don't know. Don't have to kill one. If I don't kill one, it'll be an easy night. If I kill one, it's gonna be a long night, so I'm looking at that goes. But I'm here to kill. I'm here to kill. I'm definitely here to kill. We scouted this afternoon. We found it on OnX, right? And came in here and we found a lot
State
of
land.
yeah, found a lot of deer sign. So he set up on the one edge and I sat on the other. And go ahead, you tell him what happened.
Well, it's state land, and there was a hang-on hung here in a really good spot in the corner near a marsh and a woodlot. And the plan was to climb up the tree stand. I'm thinking, all right, it's state land, you know, I'm going to just hop up. We're 2 hours from home. But when we were in here earlier, we saw so much deer sign, and I really love to hunt with a bow, and I have flintlock, and I've killed deer with a flintlock. And it's like, I just decided to bring my bow. It's our last night. It's kind of tight in here, and I thought, just take the bow, shoot anything with your bow, buck, doe, bear. I don't have to, just take one weapon. Carried my flintlock all week. We were off 3 days. And I come down to the tree stand, and we're, like I said, we're on state land, and I climb up in it, and I'm just like, it didn't feel right. Like, I put myself in the other guy's shoes. What if this guy comes down here, and it's on state land? I get that, but I'm like, it just didn't feel right in my guts. And I'm like, all right, God, I think that's you. Like, if it was the shoe on the other foot, and I had to stand on state land, and I walked down on a Saturday after working all week, and some dude from 2 hours away is in my tree stand, I'd have to say, man, what are you doing? Like, so I ran that scenario, and just in my heart, I thought, get down, Steve, and hunt from the ground. It's, you know, do the right thing. So I do. I move about 40 yards to a deadfall. I got hit in pretty good and broke off some branches and kind of covered myself. And the wind was blowing from south to the north most of the night. Kept my direction towards into the wind, figuring if I'd see anything, it would be that direction. And I don't know, 6:15 or whatever time it was, I'm looking that direction and I see a flash, and here comes a big black bear trotting, like not full speed, but just kind of trotting. And he runs and he gets on this little open road near this tree stand that I was in, and he stops and starts smelling around the tree stand where I was, like for probably 30 seconds at least. And he has his nose around. At that time, he's about probably 60 yards from me. I didn't step that off yet, and I'm just like, oh, please let him walk this way. And doesn't he turn and wheel and come literally directly towards me at the field edge? And he has a little trot going on again. And he gets to the field edge and just automatically makes a left-hand turn out along the marsh and the field edge out that way. And there's like a little ridge here, and as soon as he made the turn, I had my bow pulled back. I was thinking like 30 yards, and I stepped it off just now. It's like 30 yards. As soon as he hit the corner, he made a hard left-hand turn down along this spot here. And as he waddled out through, I could see his head and a little bit of his back. And I grunted at him like, I had my bow pulled back, figuring maybe it would have grabbed his attention, of course. Well, when I put the bow down, I was like, please walk up to Brian, because Brian was down from me probably 300, 400 yards.
Yeah, I was right at the corner.
So the plan was for Brian to meet me at dark here in the corner, and he come down and obviously told him what happened. Now I'm telling you guys, so I don't know.
And when I was sitting down there, I heard something coming, and I was like, what am I hearing? And it wasn't like, it sounded like slow steps. It didn't sound like a deer. I wonder if he didn't get through past me on the beach brush or something in here to my left of me. Like, he could have slipped by me. It's hard to say. 300 yards, he could have really went a far ways, but you feel like if he would have followed this wood line, he probably would have came right to me. But oh my word, if he would have came down to me, I would have been like pooping my pants.
And the crazy thing is, like, we come up here with the flintlocks. I thought, I'll bring my bow. You never know if you feel like carrying your bow. I talked about bringing both, and I just thought it was so thick in here, like, just take the bow. Like, I can shoot a buck, doe, or a bear. Who thinks you're going to see a bear?
Oh man, dude, I'm telling you.
The bummer is, I just try to, honestly, I'm not a perfect person, but I try to honor God, and when I sat in that stand for a little bit, I just felt like it wasn't right. So I did get in it, but I got down, and I felt right about getting down. And, ultimately, at the end of the day, I like hunting, and I like the thrill, and I like to take game, but I know when I lay my head down tonight that I'm going to guess a lot of things, but I know God saw what I did, and if it was right or wrong, if I could have stayed in there, even if it was right, I did that decision to honor God.
Yeah,
so,
that's good though. I was the one that told you to get in the stand. I'm like, that's on public, on it.
Well, yeah.
I would have, but that's good. I mean, that's good.
The crazy thing is, if I'd have carried a flintlock with me,
yeah,
that's the part that's hard to swallow right now. I should have had my flintlock, even if I wanted to bring my bow. I should have had the flintlock, and I'd had a 30-yard shot. Like, facing me.
Within the last hour of the last week of Muzzleloader. But you think it's fair to say that it's not like, I might have got a shot at him. Like, you'd have got a shot at him.
Well, yeah, the decision would have been, if I'd had my flintlock, the decision when he was standing at the tree is two-part-fold. One, did I have a clear shot? Because there's a lot of brush between us. And two, if I wouldn't have took the shot while he was standing at the stand, and then he came towards me, the next dilemma I had, not to try to make myself feel better, was he was trotting towards me, facing me, right at me. And he made a hard left turn. So really the 35-yard shot before he turned would have been a brisket shot, and I don't know if that's the right shot either.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make myself feel better.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, hey, welcome to the near kill bear club.
I've been after bear for like 20 years. I never really went after him like 20 years ago, and been around a friend that we've had some success, him and I, kind of hunting big mountains, and then last year he did a little push for me, and I had a miss all these years, and now 2 years in a row, here's a bear like right here, like, and if I'd have stayed in that stand, I would have literally been able to shoot down and shoot him right between the shoulder blades if I'd have wanted to. I just know how I feel when something isn't right.
Yeah.
And I've made the wrong decisions lots of times when my gut said don't do that, and I've done it, and it's kind of sticks with you for a while. So I know I'll look back and think, man, I could have shot a bear. I know I will, but I know I didn't feel right sitting in somebody's tree stand, even though it was on public land.
Well, that's hunting, brother.
Yeah,
Thanks for sharing.
Yeah. Older, like, I'm competitive.
Yeah.
But I don't like failing. And I failed.
He's all worked up. No, there's no alcohol in there. Well, we're still up. It's like 10 o'clock. Steve's pretty tore up about this bear. I get it. You just never know. You never know when you're going to have a bear come in. We're wrapping it up here. Packing up this morning.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
Great time.
Good time.
Got a deer, saw some deer, had a chance at a bear. Good time. What more do you want, really?
Yeah.
I'm kicking it around still from last night, what I could have done different. But
Yep.
at the end of the day, we got good friends, and our wives are great, and our family, and we got breath in our lungs. So
Yeah.
it's going to hurt a little while, the bear story, but
Yep.
if that's as rough as it gets in life, I'm pretty well set.
Yeah.
So I learned from it.
What you can do? Keep
Yeah.
trying.
Yep.
Next year. We got next year. We got the rifle bear season yet, too.
That's right. I might kill a 600 pounder. Maybe
Yeah.
that's what's going on.
You never know.